That's right, pilots. I've put a Detrum 6-channel sport gyro in my LX model F-117. And if you can see the little antennas coming out right here out from the canopy, just a little bit. It sticks out just a little bit. And the other one goes right down this little seam right here. Goes in between that seam. Now, this jet does not have flaps, but it's got retracts and it's got a bomb drop. So my bomb drop is in channel 6. My retracts is in channel 5. But I've got to bind this, and I'm going to bind it into my 8C Detrum 8-channel radio. But first, I've almost filled this radio up, matter of fact. I'm just gonna go in here. I can name it and do all that later. I got to do something because I got another model that's just numbered right now. Let's see, functions. Maybe SA. I'm looking at what channels will sit on what. Okay, NX1 is going to be the SD. That's going to be my bomb drop. And we got to wait and see what the gyro, what the radio is going to put the gyro switch on and off on. Alright. Let's do that. Let's put that on SF. Nope, can't do that. The directionals on SF. Should be on SE. Goodness gracious, come on, man. I'm just gonna turn the throttle cut off then for right now. Jeez. Okay. Turn that off. Let's see if we can get this thing plugged up here. Throttle's all the way down. Yes, yes. My Dean's connector on the first EDF I ever bought. Okay. Let's push our button here. Get the light blinking slow. Instead of a button on Detrum. You hold that switch there. Well, it seems like I'm gonna have to reverse my bomb bay doors. Okay. Yep. And I'm going to go in and do some traveling adjusting. So let's do that right quick. Let's see if I can find that. End point. Channel 6. So that would be at 100 positive. So I moved it down to 98. Let's see if it done anything here. Nope, didn't do anything to the door. Door's opening up quite a bit, so it ain't gonna stop the bomb coming out. Okay. No rudder, no rudder. So what I've got to do now, okay, there's another thing I just thought about. We've got to go into gains control. So we can exit that right now. Let's go down to airplane gyro. Got to go to yaw and just turn those gains completely to 0. Because I've got to hook that rudder to the front gear. At least that servo works. Because what I've got to do this thing, pilots, is I've got to put a new front gear in this thing. It collapsed when I was taxiing and getting it up to speed pretty good, and it just, you know, yeah. And I've replaced that LX model wheel with something here that I had in the bag. I couldn't tell you what it is. But it doesn't really roll freely, but it's okay. It'll wear in. And I've got 2 other tires to put on the rear, but I got to see if they fit in the bay first. All right, now we got a green light. If you notice, we've got a green light on our receiver. Okay, I'm gonna start hitting some switches here. There it is. That's exactly the switch I want it to be on too. See that changing color? All right, that's stability. That's autopilot. Stability off. Gyro's off in green. Stability in dark blue. Autopilot in light blue. All right, let's check our surfaces. Remember, no rudder. All right, that elevator's correcting right. The elevator's correcting correctly. The ailerons is correcting correctly. See, on this elevator here, pilots, the elevator, when the elevator is deflected to the inside, that's kind of pushing the plane down. And then when it starts going down, it starts reflecting outward, and that pushes air upward, or pushes your tail upward. Remember, no rudder. We got no rudder. And notice you don't hear nothing in the front there where it's adjusting that front wheel neither, do you? We're a little touchy on them ailerons. I can tell them want to go in maybe and turn the gains down on that, but that elevator's just barely moving. So I'm gonna leave that elevator where it's at. So at least we got that going on. I've got everything locked in, so we can turn this thing over here upside down, but we got to figure out how in the world I'm gonna get that in there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yep. No room over there. So I've got to do something here. Make that shorter. Make that shorter. Just got to go under that battery a little bit more. Yeah, this thing here has no room. Yeah, no room. No room. No room. Now, this is a LX model, pilots, you know. And when I bought this thing from, let me turn that gyro off. I bought it as actually a ready to fly. But for some reason, I don't know why. But Banana Hobby sent me actually the first time they sent me the 64mm version that has no retracts, no bomb drop. Now, you know me, pilots, I want my bomb drop, you know. So I told them I'm sending this back. I want the model that you got advertised and the one that I paid for. So I sent that one back. They sent me this one that was a kit version. So can you imagine the first EDF that you've ever bought? You're already having problems with you know, getting it. And then you get a kit version that you've never even turned a screw on one before, hardly, you know. So this one was an adventure here too. Yeah. So let's flip it over here. All right. See if we in camera view here. Because this gear here is no good. Yeah. Let's even see if it goes up here. Hey. But it just flops. Look here. Now these are locked. Now, I don't know. Sometimes, pilots, when you start messing with the travel on servo operated gear, the arm that operates the gear has got to come out to a certain point to make a locking point. It's got to get to a certain place to lock. Okay? And if it don't get out that far, it won't lock, and it does this right here. Okay? So if you start messing around with this here travel and you listening to them servos whining, you start doing that, you might not get it to a locking position far enough. Okay? Now, another thing that you can't do with these landing gear on the LX models, you cannot slow them down. You can't not make them look more real and more detailed and more scale by slowing them down, because those servos don't work the retracts and don't lock the retracts when you do it with the knob or when you do it through 3-second delays. It just don't work when they go that fast. They got to move that fast to lock. Now, whoo-wee. That ain't too bad. Looks like I got some room anyway. And I can just take that servo arm off. I thought it might be a little bit of trouble, but it don't look like it's going to. And I'm going to go ahead and put the original gear back in it, pilots. I mean, come on. Where else you going to find something that's got the turning servo up here mounted to the strut? You know what I mean? And I've got a servo right there that I could use as my steering servo. And plus, I've even got the Hobby King Trinity landing gear that I got for my MiG-29. I've got the front strut, but it's like 2 foot long. It would have the front end of that jet sticking up so far. I mean, that's it right there. If you can see it. Let me see if I can look in the camera. Yeah, that's it right here. I mean, it's got the shock of, you know, I mean, everything. But look how long that thing is compared to this one. I mean, here's the strut. That's 1.5 inches at you know, giving it some. And that's like 4 inches. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I can't cut it. I mean, I could cut it and bring it down here. All my spring and stuff is in there for the action here. So, no, I just don't think it's going to work. No. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So, I'm going to get it unplugged here. If I can. But I got this thing as a kit, so I put it together, but I got a free wing fan and motor in it, but I couldn't tell you what it is. I can't remember. I have to open it up to see. And not only that, is I've been thinking about it. I've been just thinking about it. But if I put the 70 millimeter in here and put I put another 70 millimeter in here or motor and put an end runner on it and maybe get a fiery booty for it and see what it looks like. So when them red flames out the back here, you know what I mean? I doubt I can put a ring burner in it. I open it up, I look in there and see maybe I can get it to turn blue, you know what I mean? But I'll just have to get in there and open it up. But that's a different episode. We'll see if we can. I just want to see if I just want to get this gear out of it for right now, because I think that's about all I'm gonna be able to do tonight. Nope, I'm gonna need one of them long ones. Okay, yeah, let's just take that servo arm off. But first thing I'm gonna mark the way that arm is pointing. Yeah. Get me a drink of Pepsi. Let me put a mark here where that arm is pointing. It's not really a bad setup. I mean, you got to imagine this thing's like a 7-year-old design. So, you know, come on. So what we got here? We got Phillips head. Let's get that servo arm off first. Yep, good thing I marked it. Come on now. Let's stay right there. Now I've got to take this little bitty rod that's hooked to the arm. Come on, screw, I don't want to lose you. And transfer it over to the new gear. But the problem's gonna be this thing right here. This guiding servo, steering servo. I tell you, that's about the only thing I do remember this putting this jet together was getting that thing put together. Let me take my other long one and put it on that magnet for a little while here. I never did even attempt to put the gear doors on it. I kept them, but I knew I wasn't never going to put them on it. They give you all the little spring-loaded hinges that'll pop the door open, and then the gear goes down and hits the string and pulls the door back down. Okay. Little nose flutters. Get a hold of that servo arm. Put it back on it after you get the seal, what I call seal. But after you get the seal broke on it, get that arm and point it back to where it was pointing. Right there. Now, the servo is literally being held on by a wire tie. And it's got this brace right here. It goes in there that you tighten onto it with a screw right here. Okay. Now the new gear, actually, goodness gracious. I've even got to take the screws out of it, pilots. I got to reuse my screws. Yep. They only put one screw in it just to hold that brace on there. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. But anyway, they provide you with a new tie. The suspense was killing you, wasn't it? Okay. I think that's all I need. Nothing wrong with the servo, I hope. It was turning the wheel anyway, it was working. But the thing just won't lock no more. I got in there and I tried to bend the shaft and straighten it and kind of tried to work it. It just won't lock. Just all over the place. So I think the gear was, if I ain't mistaken, that landed on top of one of my planes and didn't fall down. I think it was $16, I believe. And you got all three of them, mains and the front, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. It could be $22. Just look on Banana Hobbies. Banana Hobbies, well, actually, a couple of websites has been getting stock in. Let's see if I can get this thing here in there. Okay. You want to leave it loose. Oh, Lord have mercy. You know what I got to do? I've got to run that servo lead. Dadgummit. That means I've got to have that servo in there before I can put this screw in it. Oh my God, that's going to be a good one. So let's leave that like that. That's going to be trouble. All right. What have I got to use here? screw, but I need that one. Jeez. That's got to be took out. Okay. So it's all gonna be like a puzzle. Like a puzzle. What was that? What was that puzzle? What was that puzzle? Let's get my mind in here. Oh God, where did that come from? That had to come out of that. Yep, that was the pin. Yep, the pin. Oh, me. Alright, I'm back to trying to get this screw out here without losing it. I hope these threads are the same. Okay, that feels pretty good. All right. Yeah. See, that's the reason I got that screw on that brace still. Evidently, them two screws on the side there unlocks your spring here. So don't take the screw all the way out. Or psh. Hasta la vista, baby. All right, now, that's still kind of tight on that servo. Kind of tight. She's tight. She's very tight. Spin that out a little bit. It's very tight. There we go. And then I'm going to have to take, oh man. All right, servo arms in a 90 degree. I'm going to have to take that arm off. Just going to have to do it. I have to do it. And it's at a 90 degree. And it's going to be on the, well, towards me. Come on, baby. Break it, seal. Break it, seal. Break it, seal. Break it, seal. Yep. All right. Let's unhook this. Let's see if that unhooks. Oh goodness. That might have an Allen head in it right here. Maybe. Yep, that's what it is. I'll leave that in there. I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone, but not quite tighten it all the way, but you don't want to. It's kind of got a flat spot right there. So I'll leave that connected. I don't want that arm going flying all over the place. And let's just twist that out of that. Maybe start it for me. Start it. There we go. 84. Okay. It's pointing down. Like so. Now. Here we go. Bring the wire out through the slit. Let's see here. Make sure I'm right here. Let's see. Yep, gotta come over here to this slit. Oh, it's so tight it gets that sticker that's on the servo. Come on, man. I'm ripping that sticker off the servo. Now let's hope our servo has not moved. Get over here. It would be nice. Okay, let's go back to our 90 degree. Slide it on. Do a little snug, just a little bit. Okay. Let's get this brace over here going. Tightening up that rear one, put a little tension on the servo, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You come back here and give that a little bit, just a little bit. Give this in here just a little bit. Oh, that was feeling good there. So we're gonna come back over here. Give that a little bit, give it a little bit, give it a little bit. Give that a little bit. Okay. Now then. Things close back up on me. Close back up on me. Alright, now then. just over the way it's sitting. That arm's gonna be like this. So I need to come in like that, right here. Got to leave this lead to that servo loose. You can't put it, can't tie it down no way anyway. It's got to move freely when the landing gear's going up and down, and even when it's turning. Now what is going to happen here is that's got to lock. That's got to go all the way down tight. I'm hitting something here. Hitting that lead. Doggone it. Look at that. I'm setting it down on the lead. The base is getting down on the lead here. Now you know why I didn't have gear doors on it. Okay. Okay, both servo arms is on originally pointing in the right direction. The base of the landing gear are lining up with the landing gear original holes, screw holes. This could be a simple one, but we ain't done yet. Give it a little bit. You're holding that arm, holding that arm, holding that arm. What is this? You hurry, screw, hurry, screw, hurry, screw. You can't see that one for sure. That's another disadvantage of working on a black plane. You can't see nothing. I can barely see that one. Alright, I got them all started. Let's give that a little bit. Let's go across on the other side. Let's give that a little bit. Let's go over here to this side. Let's give that a little bit and come back here. Give that a little bit more, a little bit more. Go back up to that other corner. A little bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. That was tight. That was tight. Tighten that one, tighten. Let's see here. That one's good. Tight was tight. Okay. Okay. I feel good about this, except for one more thing. One more thing. You got all them metal brackets and everything on it, and they still want you to put a zip tie on it. Okay. So let's get it in here. You got to get it up under that bracket for crying out loud. So let's see here. Let's do it that way. Yep, yep, Bring it around to the front. Get in the hole. Get back down. Okay. Not quite all the way down there to the bottom, but that's where they want you to put it, kind of right above that lead. Right there. Just giving it the best I can. Yep. Cutting off my extra. Well, hey. I got loose. I got plenty there loose. That was turned anyway, so let's hope when we plug this up, it should either straighten up or get worse. Okay, didn't do either. Uh-oh. I bet I know what it is. Dadgummit. These gyros. Let's turn it back over for a minute, pilots, and reset it. No, she's sitting on the aileron. No, I still ain't getting no rudder. What's the matter now? Might be because I turned them gains all the way down. I shouldn't have done that though. Let me see. Well, it worked a while ago, Lord. Now what's the matter with it? It sure will work a while ago. Tell you what I might have that thing too tight. Loosen up a little bit on that one. Just gotta keep checking them things. That's what it was, pilots. I had that screw on the back side there too tight. It was pressing up against some gears, maybe. So let me see what we got here. We got do a little fine tuning here. I wish them things would shut up. Alright, let me put just a little bit on it here. Yeah, I can feel it dragging it. loosen it a little bit. There it went. Oh, yeah. Alright, now what we gotta do here. We got to get that wheel straight. So I can go back into my gyro and turn them gains back down. That wasn't it. So let me do that. Yep, wasn't that. Okay. Line up. Let's do a line up. Front end alignment. Front end alignment. We just loosen up our little pull rod there a little bit. We straighten our wheel to our eye can see. And then you just get it out there on the tarmac, pilots, and you just got to keep adjusting here and there and get it right. Yep, that looks good to me for right now. But now we're going to unplug this thing again. Let me make sure something, yep. Okay. And let me put my bonds back in. Okay. Yep, it's some retracts. That one looks like it turned out some. You can do a little adjusting. There's a little thing there, but I got a new set of them too. But pilots, all I'm gonna have to do is just take a little collar off right here on the outside. Got a little flat spot on it. Put that on there. And I mean, I'm sitting here looking at it right now. I mean, I might have to do some boring, and I don't think that's pretty thick right there. You know, I might have to do a little boring right here to get that big tire to go down. I'm gonna let you go with that. Let you watch it go down one more time. Got some oil on that. We got that gear in there now. Let's see. It's got like I said, it's a free wing outrunner. Let me turn it this way. And I might go ahead and put an end runner in it. Get in touch with Guniac. Oh goodness. Y'all probably ain't seen hardly nothing I've done this. I've been on Zoom. Don't sound like no LX model, I can tell you that much. Okay, pilots, I'm out.